I'm Kaitlyn Bristowe. Your session is now starting. Welcome to the... It's just been a journey. And I'm like just so happy for the two of you, and you're so cute.
I am too. You guys are beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful energy around both of you.
Really good energy.
She's the good energy. I balance it out. I'm like the dark
toxic.
cloud. I'm the dark cloud that hangs around with the light cloud.
You're not dark. You're serious.
Yes.
Are you more serious?
Yes. I'm pretty serious.
Really?
That's what we would expect from lesbian Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah, it's her street name.
Yeah.
Lesbian Jesus.
That's what they call me.
Do they really?
yeah.
I'm obsessed.
She's our leader.
I thought you just made that up right now, and I was like, that's amazing.
No.
What?
No.
Welcome to Pride, Caitlin.
Welcome.
Welcome to the good side.
I'm gay.
Yeah.
I'm a little
There's
gay.
There's some
I
gay
just started
energy.
talking about this.
Yeah, I'm a little gay.
Yeah, I saw this on TikTok,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like I learned something new about you.
Yeah, I guess I just have never said it out loud because I've always just dated guys. And then I was like, I don't know. I never wanted to make it like a big thing. Like I'm going to do an Instagram post about it and talk about. I was always like, well, yeah, I just am. But I don't know. I don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside
It's
of
all a
Megan Fox.
spectrum, yeah.
Oh, I would talk about that all day long. I would do inappropriate things to Megan Fox.
Oh, I get it.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone gets that, right?
Is it
No.
Is it partly because you kind of look like her, so it's kind of like wanting to do it with
Hello.
yourself?
Thank you so much for breaking the ice.
Yeah.
Is that super narcissistic?
Yeah,
Is
we're
that like a
like-
narcissistic move? You're like,
Oh, yeah.
I want to just have my way
Yeah.
with her. I'm
You're like
But I have had a crush on her since I was like, I don't know, whenever she.
we all did.
popped
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
We all did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was a collective feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a collective
So
feeling.
Megan,
Yeah.
if you're listening, we all love you.
She totally listens
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
podcast.
Totally.
She's tuning in.
Did you guys see it on How I Met Machine Gun Kelly when I was on the carpet for Sports Illustrated, which I faked my way onto that carpet somehow. I don't know how I got there. But I was walking and he walks on and all the photographers were like, vroom, and I was like, cool. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he went, and I was like, okay, maybe he thinks I look like Megan, and then he'll be like, you should meet Megan. And my whole plan was trying to meet her. It just didn't work out.
Wait, were they together?
Yes.
They didn't walk carpet
Oh.
together.
They didn't walk the carpet
But they're together.
But they were, yes. And then the girl who was running the whole party, she was like, oh yeah, we've had to sneak her into his hotel the past few nights. And I'm like, why are they doing this to us? Why are they just being like, we're not.
I'm not caught up. Are they still together?
No,
Yeah.
they broke up.
But they are
Oh.
together. And now new
Caitlin knows.
Oh, wow. We're getting
Caitlin.
exclusive.
Yes.
She gets weekly
No,
updates.
they're definitely together. The whole thing's a lie.
Okay.
The breakup's a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, the
good to
breakup
know.
was just publicity?
I don't know for sure,
I live for this.
but I think
I'm
something
going to learn a lot
happened.
today.
You are. Not and a bunch of useless
Thank you so much for
information.
having me. Yeah.
She's like I'm on TikTok and all I do is scroll.
Yeah.
She's on TikTok to post and then there's no scrolling. So I'll be
What?
like, did you see? So
Yeah,
that,
my TikTok still thinks I'm straight.
wait, no, that's how
Your
yeah.
For You page is
Yeah.
just no way.
It hasn't discovered me yet.
Have y'all seen the thing where it's get your parent or grandparent to
Yeah.
dance and then pretend they're eating a sandwich or a cereal? So I was like, I'm just going to try on Hayley and see if she's seen it. So I was like,
I
"Can
don't
you-"
see any trends.
And she wasn't with me. So I was like, can you send me a video of you dancing and then one of you pretending to eat the best sandwich you've ever had in your life? And she sends it. It's so cute, but I put the song over it.
The weirdest part about the whole situation is that when she said to send a video of me eating a sandwich, for some reason I ate the sandwich like this.
Like
Like
corn
a
on the
corn on the
cob.
Corn on the cob. And I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was like, I've never
So
seen
I'm
you eat
gonna
a
have
sandwich
to-
like that.
I'm
but-
gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah.
Did you post it?
No, I was like, do I have permission? She's like, I don't get it. Let me see.
I got to do more research on it before I can approve.
Yeah.
I
Keep it under
scrolled
Approve the
wraps.
full troll
I
on me.
scroll the hell out of TikTok.
Me too.
Oh,
It's bad.
But I don't find it bad because it makes me belly laugh and it puts me in a good mood and I learn things sometimes.
Yeah.
It's bad
get
maybe
it.
that I'm looking at my phone that long. But,
Yeah.
but I'm not
Oh, it will
upset
suck
by
you
it.
in.
No, that's the thing. It's not like it doesn't put me in a comparison spiral mode.
Yeah, where Instagram does.
But it definitely makes me very unproductive.
Oh, yeah. Gosh,
Anyway.
I guess I should introduce you guys.
Yeah, we're here.
Hi.
Welcome to Off the Vine Podcast. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Bristowe, today on the pod. I always ask what people think, like, what would Becca say about you if you weren't in the room?
Probably some nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, wait, that's
Why?
too...
Should we find out? Should
No,
I
that's
leave the
too
room?
nice. That's
Okay.
too nice. What... If you were on a plane...
She'd probably just troll me. She's really good at trolling me.
Are you?
Yeah, but like nice troll, like loving troll.
Yeah, like
like
she
flirty
just-
banter.
Yeah, like she just makes fun of me all the time, but like nice flirt.
she's funny because she's
funny.
kind of like an 80-year-old woman or 80-year-old man, and then she's like a child sometimes too. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like
like
a range of
80%
things.
old man, 20% 5-year-old.
I like that ratio.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm doing really well with my life.
And, okay, this is my way of trying to get people to introduce themselves on the podcast, but this isn't going well.
Oh
Just
yeah, we're still
introduce yourself.
introducing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Introduce. Go ahead.
Am I introducing Hayley?
You introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Becca Tilley, and I am on Off the Vine with Kaitlyn, Lo, and Hayley Kiyoko. Oh.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here.
That's Hayley.
I don't believe you. I'm not convinced.
I need everyone to know that Kaitlyn and I have known each other for years.
Yeah.
And we embraced for the first time today. And it was really magical. And I'm thrown off because I feel like we've known each other for a very long time.
I wonder if there's
It's an
something
out-of-body
to
experience.
that. Like, I wonder if there's something, like, energetically to that.
I just have heard so much about you. I also follow you. But also, like, Becca thinks the world of you.
I
So,
think the world of Becca.
so therefore, I also think the world of you. And I know how amazing you are. So,
That's really sweet. Becca is one of the best humans I've ever met in my whole life.
I think I'm about to start my period. Don't make me cry. I mean, so soon in.
I get so emotional when I'm about to start my period, but you really are. We were so close on Bachelor, and then so before you two came out as a couple, if you Googled Becca Tilley lesbian, it came up as Becca and Kaitlyn,
Yes.
first lesbian couple to come out of the Bachelor franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
this.
we had a very, like, really looking back, I'm like, did I have a crush on Kaitlyn?
I think I energetically
cool
was
that I
very
was
attracted
like-
to you.
Yeah, I just felt like we had a very close relationship, and now when I look back at it after like meeting, like having my feelings for Hayley, I'm like, maybe that
You were
was
girl
something
crushing?
there. Yeah, because Kaitlyn on our season specifically was like so cool. Like everyone.
this is all I hear about. How amazing Kaitlyn is.
It was like she would just like do like a break dance in the middle of the roast.
How funny you are.
Yeah, she was
All
so
the
cool. And I was
things.
like this like sheltered girl from Louisiana that came in and was like a virgin, and she told Chris she was gonna. What?
I'm about to. Oh.
plow the out of his field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it was like this.
We were very
essence of-
opposite.
Yeah.
But
But we're very
worked.
opposite.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all were actually each other's first love.
Well,
Sweet.
I remember
that's
being
what we're unpacking here.
I remember being so sad because you thought you were going home at one rose ceremony, and I was like, I can't lose you. Like I was so concerned with when he called your name. I was like, we like grabbed hands after, like, thank God you're still here. Like, and we like shared every moment together. I found a
know.
picture of us the other day, actually, of I'm just like napping on your lap, and you were just like playing with my hair.
Yeah, see?
I'm not trying to make you jealous.
I'm totally fine.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This was like 8 years ago. But yeah, we were just like, we just had this bond
Yeah.
the whole season. It was really,
Well, it's a very intimate experience. All of you guys go
It
through.
really,
Yeah.
we
Like,
spend
that's
so
not
much
a
more time
normal
with each other
thing.
than, yeah.
oh my gosh, the most time with each other. At like all hours of the day, we shared a room.
Yeah.
Like everything, it was 24 hours, and you're just stuck for so long. So when you find someone that you actually get along with,
Yeah.
I was there to make friends. I really was. I really was. I made a lot of friends, but
Yeah, you know how when they're like, and they'll say they were roommates? Like when two girls
Oh,
are
yeah.
Caitlin's
they
not
said
on,
they
on
were
gay
roommates.
TikTok
I know
yet.
wow, Kaitlyn, we gotta get your algorithm, like.
yeah, I need some gay shit in my life.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month. Come on.
We'll do some TikToks together.
Oh my
I got
gosh,
you.
I had what is her Ashley Gavin? She's this lesbian comedian that she came on my podcast. I'm obsessed with her. Not in that way.
She's really funny.
She is so funny, but she was like, because I think she has such a niche audience and so she's like, I know everybody's just like wants me to talk about gay sex and I'm just some dyke on this podcast. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, what? She was so funny and lovely. And yeah, I like her.
That was in New York. Did you do that in New York?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
New York.
You were like, are you allowed to say that about yourself?
Yeah, that's what I felt. I was like, do I laugh?
D word?
Yeah. I felt like it's like the F word and that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. But anyway, she's funny. So, if you haven't heard, we only got one planet, okay? There's no planet B. And did you know that 91% of those annoying plastic jugs that your laundry detergent comes in end up in landfills and oceans, harming our planet and marine life? Okay, I didn't know that. Or I guess if I really thought about it, I would have figured it out. But no thanks when I think about it. So I found the better way to do laundry, and that's Earth Breeze. This has changed the way I do laundry completely. Earth Breeze laundry detergent eco sheets, they look like dryer sheets, but they're not. They actually have revolutionary liquidless laundry detergent that dissolves 100% in any wash cycle, hot or cold. No measuring, no mess, no heavy plastic jugs, no guilty conscience. Just toss the sheet in. The packaging is lightweight, biodegradable, and plastic-free. And their eco sheets are hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, so they will work even on sensitive skin. I know a lot of my friends couldn't use certain detergents because of that, and this is tested. They also offer flexible subscriptions that can be adjusted, paused, canceled by you at any time. And most importantly, you still get a powerful clean. These sheets have worked so well for me, and it's honestly just so much less annoying than using a big jug to do laundry. It's convenient AF, as the kids would say. Switch from the old-fashioned goo to something new, and right now my listeners can subscribe to Earth Breeze and save 40%. Go to earthbreeze.com/Vine to get started. That's earthbreeze.com/Vine for 40% off. earthbreeze.com/Vine. So how's your week been? What are you guys doing? You're back from tour.
Yeah, I just got back yesterday.
That was really cute when Becca surprised you on the bus.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
Wait, I didn't
adorable.
see that.
Well,
I was so sick.
It was so cute.
So we try not to go, when she's on tour, we try not to go longer than like 2 weeks because that's about when I start picking fights. And 2 weeks was like, was that half or the 2 weeks after you left? Yeah. So Denver is where we were supposed to meet up. And then I was like, oh, I can't do it anymore. I have a work opportunity. I have to take it. So she was all upset. I made up this whole elaborate story.
It was so elaborate. Like literally. Or you go ahead.
Sorry. No. Go ahead. You can tell. No.
Well, she was going to come see me in Denver. And mind you, I've been to Europe. It's just a 2-month tour, like 34 shows. So I was like really sad because we always like after 2 weeks, if we don't see each other, there might be some drama, So she's like, I can't come. Like, I have this LaCroix branding event in, where was it? Arizona, Phoenix?
No, San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
And she was like, I have to go. And it's like right on Sunday. It doesn't make sense. And I was like really sad. And so Saturday, she texts me and she's like, oh my gosh, Allie can't, like, her manager can't go, and so I have to go with this new girl. Like, I don't even know her, and we're going to have to sit in the car for, like, 6 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh. And they're sharing a room, and I'm like, oh my gosh. What was her name? What did you name her? Ashley? What
She was a made-up human?
No, she actually works at the company, and I would have had a lovely weekend with her, but the name was Sierra.
Sierra. Okay, so she's like, I'm in with Sierra, and I'm like, this is so awkward. She was like, should I listen to a podcast? Do I do this? And I was like, oh, you should listen to a podcast. That's a good idea. And so literally she texted me like hours later, and she's like, oh my gosh, it took forever to get there.
Because my flight was delayed.
Oh,
so it's like...
And then they went out to dinner, and then
This
she
is what
like
we ordered.
And then you guys
So specific.
literally she FaceTimes me, and she's like, hey, like Sierra just left the room. Like I finally have like one-on-one time. Like I just wanted to call you before she comes back into the room. And, so we could just have some quick one-on-one. Yeah. And I was like, oh, my gosh, this is so weird. Like, why do you have to share this room with this girl that we don't know? And, like, you have to do this event, blah, blah, blah. So this whole thing was made up. There is no Sierra.
But her best friend flew out because she was saying earlier in the week that she really missed her friend. So I flew her best friend out. So that was Sierra because we were in the same room. So I was like, I can't be in the same room with her or else I'm going to give it away.
So I basically woke up, and at the time I had sinus infection. I had 2 rounds. It was I was really struggling on the road. And so I woke up, and Becca surprised me on the bus. And then we went into the hotel room, and then my best friend Monica was waiting for me. And she was like, this is Sierra. And I was like, you are maybe sick in the head. Like the fact that you went to that extreme.
Sick high.
Sick high. Like sick. Like, I am, like, fully invested in her and Sierra at this point.
That is
Yeah.
hilarious,
Yeah.
but also very romantic.
Very romantic.
Yeah, that's
Becca's the
very
best
sweet.
at surprises. She loves
Really?
yeah. And I'm
love
I'm like
surprises.
one of those people where I'm like, I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you, and I'm going to give it to you at 3:00. And it's kind of like this kind of shape,
I love
slightly heavy.
surprises.
Like, I give it away immediately.
Yeah.
And so,
You love giving
yes,
the surprise.
I get too excited.
Yeah.
So
Is
then
that your
I
love
ruin it.
language? Gifts? Do you guys know the 5 love languages?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
There's
words-
7 now.
Oh, there are. What's
Oh,
the
I
other
didn't
two?
even
There's
Shared experiences
Oh.
and
trauma bond.
That's mine.
the other one is basically I can't remember how it's said, but like needing to be seen, essentially, which feels pretty
Oh.
standard in a relationship.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Wait, I
Mine's
don't even
gifts.
know what mine is. Yours gifts?
Gifts. Love it. Love to give them. I love to receive
the
them.
worst.
I love. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you.
Here's some
Jesus.
water. You look
Appreciate-
parched.
Yeah. Oh, rude.
I'm
I want it.
a little
Hydrate.
dehydrated.
Hydrate.
What? Mine's definitely not gifts. I don't really.
And physical touch is my other one.
Ooh, not for me. Nope, not a big physical touch guy over here.
No.
No, I'm more like I like quality time. I think. Yeah, maybe that's
acts
mine.
of service.
That's how I show love, which I think that one sucks.
No.
I'm like,
I love acts of
Really?
service.
Yeah, I think
love
that's-
words of
yeah.
affirmation.
That's a strong one.
Oh,
Yeah.
because then Jason does not receive it that way because I'm like, well, I made the bed this morning. Like, you're welcome. Like, I was me
And
being,
he's like,
I love
I just
you.
want a hug.
Yeah, and I'm like, but I cooked you breakfast. Like, and he's like, I don't care. And I'm like,
I would love to be cooked breakfast. She
Oh.
cooks me breakfast every
I'll
once
cook
in
you
a while.
breakfast.
What are you whipping up for
tomorrow.
breakfast?
Just a simple egg.
I'm pretty good at
Just
eggs.
one egg.
She's
Yeah.
pretty
That's
good
about
at
it.
some
That's
scrambled eggs.
That's
where
your
I
thing?
go.
Some
Yeah,
toast.
well, that's my only thing when
Oh.
it comes to cooking.
do you like?
She's
cooking?
really good at Postmates and DoorDash.
I'm so
Oh,
good at
I'm
that.
really good at
I'm
that.
so good at
She's
that.
like, and when I do it, the
Every
delivery
time.
always gets lost, or they
What?
forget it, or they cancel it. I
Or
must
the
have a
order's
terrible
wrong.
rating. I
It's
don't know what's
bad.
happening. So I
Oh.
just can't even order things at this point.
Yeah.
What? Maybe you
Yeah.
pissed off Postmates at one
I
point.
think I did. I need to start over.
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
a new
we
name.
like-
Do you feel so happy to be home now, like in your own bed, or do you
Yeah.
like tour life?
This was my first tour that I like genuinely very much enjoyed because
Oh, good.
normally, I mean, tour is hard.
Yeah.
If once you get sick, which is what happened, what are you
I'm just
laughing?
thinking, I'm just thinking of Michael Jackson. When when they did that interview, did you guys ever see that?
No.
And they go, Michael, do you like touring? He's like, I hate touring. It's the worst. And they're like, Michael, like, you can't say that. We need you to like. So then they like cut. Let's run it again. Michael, how do you feel about touring? He's like, I love being on tour. And everyone just busts up laughing because it is kind of a nightmare to tour at times.
That's what
It's
I'm
a
saying.
lot.
Like, it's a lot, and especially if you have health issues and mental health issues. But this tour, I was able to enjoy myself enough, and
Nice.
really, it's been 4.5 years since I've headlined a tour, so I really enjoyed myself. And once you get through the sickness and the antibiotics and trying to make it on stage every day and find your, but it's crazy to get home because now I'm like still, I guess, and I'm so used to like, okay, I'm getting ready for the show at 6:00, and I do my meet and greets, my Q&A, and I'm like, you're always on a schedule. So to be home, I'm so happy, but it's very weird.
Yeah.
I'm just staring at all my suitcases, and I'm like, I don't even know where to unpack or where to begin,
Oh,
or
I
where
leave
to start.
suitcases
and-
packed for months.
Yeah,
after I
so-
come out. Yeah,
It's not
it's the
good.
worst.
So yeah, it's a lot, but I'm really happy to be home.
Yeah, I feel like and I know you very well, so
Yeah, we both know each other very well. Yeah.
But I feel like you are the type that like you like to be busy and doing
Yes.
stuff. You're like, I literally just said that, Kaitlyn. You're not reading me at all. But I feel like you're good at being still.
Very
Yes.
too good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Some
too
might say
good.
too good.
she could stay on a couch for like 3 days.
Oh, me too.
I can't.
And like my only movement is getting up to get my order
I
from
can't
the
do
door.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Like
that.
if they could come in safely and bring it to the couch, that would be ideal.
Yeah. Remember we sat and watched My 600-Pound Life for like hours and ordered Taco
Yes.
Bell, and we were just like, I was so content.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm very good at being content doing nothing. And but if you need me and Phoebe to put on some applause and you perform, we can.
in the
cheer.
living room.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Have a craving.
Yeah,
for
if you have a
performance.
craving for just like an audience, we.
Do you ever do that where you just like give her a performance? Because
This Caitlin, no.
Okay, do you know who Harry Hudson is?
Yes.
Okay, so he was on my podcast yesterday. He's incredible.
Yes.
And he has a tattoo here that says "Singers Sing," and he said it was because his dad used to be like, "Sing a song for me," and he'd be like, "I'm not just gonna like sing just because that's what I do. I'm not gonna just sing." And he goes, "Singers sing, Harry," and so then he'd like sing for his dad. And if I had someone with your voice and your talent, I'd be like,
Hit
perform
it.
for me. Hit it.
Hit it, Hayley.
3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Where's the rainbow flag? Where's your rainbow flag, Kaitlyn?
Oh, shame on me.
Yeah.
Shame on me. I should have. I was like, am I wearing? I've got rainbow underwear on.
Okay.
It's a good balance though. Like, and that's, I appreciate Becca very much because like she has brought stillness into my life and being able to take the weekend off, or even if like I don't have a full day off, taking that half day and driving up to Lake Arrowhead and it's not too late. And I'm very like, you have to plan, you have to have the full weekend to take off. Otherwise, what's the point? And so, you know, it's a good balance.
That sounds like a nice balance.
She gets you to sleep in.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
very good at sleeping in because she works so
Yeah.
hard. Like I don't even think people can like understand. She does so much. Like while she was on tour, she released a book.
I was going to say that you also
And my
shit.
novel came out last
Yeah.
week.
and
Yay.
writing a book
Wow.
is a process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to be doing that on top of tour, and you're probably doing a million other things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And she somehow gives like 100% to each thing. So like when she lays down at night, she's out. And if she can sleep,
I can't sleep. Yeah.
which I'm
grateful
for that.
Oh, it's so important. Sleeping. Is
I can.
everything.
I mean, you know, I literally we were in mid conversation last night. I was like,
Pass out. Yeah, having a hard time.
and I would do that without
I
alcohol.
love
in
a
my
mid.
system.
I love a mid conversation pass out
Yeah.
moment.
It's like
it's
a
kind of my
boring
move.
conversation.
You're like spilling
kinda
your,
what I do.
Yeah, I'm
your
like,
heart.
I'm finally coming out of the closet, and she's
You're
like,
like-
I can pass out.
Snoring. She's
You're like-
snoring.
You're
Yeah.
like, so I finally told
I'm
my
gay.
dad, and I'm like,
Damn, Kaitlyn.
sorry. You should know
It's all
better
good.
than have late night conversations
I know.
with me.
I know what I'm in for.
And also, I'm on Nashville time, so that was really like
Oh
true.
yeah, that was like 4.
4.
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
wow.
are you guys here in LA?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you live here.
Yeah.
Do you love living here?
Yeah, she grew up here.
I'm born and raised. Yeah, I've never
Oh.
left. This is all I
Nice.
know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Unicorn.
Oh, I love that.
Well, Orange County.
Okay, nice.
But I came to LA when I was like 16. And I haven't left.
Yeah.
Since, so
Yeah.
I've been here for a long
I'm
time.
a California girl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't see
I
myself
can't-
living anywhere else.
Well, if I were to leave LA, I would still stay in California. I feel like I'd
Yes.
go north, or you know, there's some cute spots out there.
Wait, were you like in LA, like born?
No, I grew up in Agora Hills.
Okay, yeah.
right next to the Bachelor
Oh,
Mansion.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say
Oh my
that.
God.
I have been connected to the Bachelor since my inception. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know
Yeah.
it was there?
No, she pointed it out. I was like, I have driven by this mansion
Yeah.
my entire
Isn't that
life,
crazy?
like my youth.
You can you Airbnb it now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like $2,000
I tried
a
to
night.
get it for
I'm
the
like,
music
it's not
video
that nice,
before the
guys.
girls' music video.
$2,000 a night. It's actually not nice in that Bachelor Mansion.
It needs a paint job.
It does.
I don't
needs a-
understand. They make a lot of money. I don't know why they can't just paint the house.
And I met the guy actually that. Oh God, I hope he doesn't hear this.
That owns it?
Yeah. It's shit. Your house sucks. I know. But there's like mice at one point.
Oh no!
Not on our season.
I was like-
Jason said they saw mice there, and then the dishwasher never
Never
works.
worked.
But I think that's
They do that on purpose.
Psychological.
yep. I think because
That
then
makes
that's
sense.
something
Yeah.
to like get annoyed at for other people. They
Yeah,
don't do the
You want-
dishes.
they want to break you.
It would take
Yeah.
so long to do the dishes.
I never did them.
Fall in love and do
Kaitlyn!
the
I know.
dishes.
I was
What?
bad. I always somehow found a way to get out of dishes.
I did it multiple times.
Yeah, sorry.
What are you guys
Sorry
having
and
to
thank
cook?
you. Oh yeah, you have to make your own food.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
So
never
who's
cooked, so I
cooking?
would. We had Ashley S.
I just remember her cooking. She was so hammered one night, and she was making an egg, and I was so concerned for all of our safety because she was like, the burner was
flames,
on, and
the
she was like
flames.
flipping, and
She made some good food though.
she did, and
Yeah.
but I'll never forget. She was flipping it, and she looked at me and said, "How about them baseball cards?" And I was like, "What?" But it didn't make any sense, and that's how I
And
remember.
it was the best egg you've ever had.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jade, remember because she
Oh,
went
yeah,
to cooking
Jade.
school,
Yeah.
and so she was a really good cook.
Yeah.
I was like the margarita maker.
Oh, I love
checks.
that.
Yeah, drinks. Well, you bartended.
I bartended.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Now they have a bartender because they have to track how much you drink.
Oh, all
Yeah.
the
Oh,
time?
like a liability.
Yeah, you get like
They
a
have
little
cutoff?
like
Like
tick
a marker?
when you get they have a bartender and they have a little tick
Oh,
by your
wow.
name when you've had a drink, what time, so they can schedule yes, because you can't. Have
I wonder
more
if
than
people
two
are like
drinks.
sneaking like edibles or anything else in
Oh,
there.
I wonder.
Little shroom.
Becca snuck a phone.
Just a little.
I
just a little
did,
bit.
but I wish I had been able to sneak edibles. That would have
Yeah.
been a good time.
Y'all would be giggle monsters.
Oh no!
Oh my God,
Those
could you
interviews would have been
imagine?
The
so
content
good.
would
You
have
were
been
already
iconic.
so giggly. Kate, when you were with Chris, did you actually like really love him?
No, that was my whole storyline. I never said I loved him.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But did you actually feel like attracted to him?
I was physically attracted to him,
Yeah.
but like I was more jealous over Ben. Like I got
Really?
I remember the girls would come home on Christmas season. I'd be like, tell me everything about your date.
Same.
And I'm like, this is weird that in my head I was like, I'm so chill. Like I'm such a cool girl. And then Ben season I was like, oh, I'm not that chill.
I had in my brain that Becca was going to marry Ben Higgins.
Yeah, Kaitlyn set it up basically.
I was like,
What?
Becca was the first person I called when I got my phone back. Not my mom. Sorry, Mom. I called Becca. And I said, there's this one guy, Ben. I said, he's going to be the next Bachelor. They really loved him. He came in third. And I feel like I could see you guys together. And then you went on his season.
Yeah.
And obviously it wasn't meant to be, but.
No, but
Yeah.
like I remember that season was so much harder in that sense where I was
How did
like,
you sneak a phone? Like, did you not get caught? Or did they just not care?
No, I didn't get caught.
Wow.
But I didn't take it. I mean, it
Did I
was
just throw
very
you under the bus?
sneaky. No. I've said this.
Okay.
I remember that they didn't actually check my bag on the first season. Like they didn't go through my bag. They were
Yeah.
just like, give me your phone. So I gave them a phone. And then I had my old phone. And like really, I would hear like the producers be like, hey, what's the Wi-Fi? And I would repeat it in my head and memorize it till I could get my phone out and put it in.
gosh, babe.
That's so
But I didn't do
She's a
anything.
smart girl.
And then I think I messaged you
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't think Ben's into me. And you're like, well, that's how they want it to feel. I was like, huh.
Yeah, you said me and Whitney a group texted. You said that, and then you also said you're like, there's a girl here that reminds me of Whitney, and a girl that reminds me of you,
Lauren
Kaitlyn.
and
it's Lauren and
JoJo.
JoJo.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's
oh,
so
that's
funny.
so funny.
I know.
JoJo's wedding looked just beautiful.
It was so beautiful. That was right before we came out publicly as
Really?
a couple. So it was really
like the
Oh, wow.
same. Wasn't it the same?
no,
week?
it was right
before
the weekend before.
Yeah.
And it was
Maybe this is none of my business, but how did you decide, like, okay, we're going to say we're a couple now? Because you're like, well, we're not going any, like, this is it.
Well, I was kind of, I don't know. It kind of came from Becca to a certain extent because I was trying to figure out what to do for my music video for the girls.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have much of a budget.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to do something that's like cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she thought, like, why don't you do like The Bachelor? You love The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And like, why don't you just do
That's
one of
smart.
those?
That was a great
And
video.
I was like, that's genius because it's cheap. We can have terrible lighting.
Yeah.
We can have cheap cameras.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't really have to plan anything. We
Yeah.
can just shoot it. And then as we were, planning it, and correct me if I'm wrong, planning it, we talked about what if you came out of the limo at the end.
yeah. I
But
wanted
she
to
initially
actually play the
Go
drunk
ahead.
girl.
Yeah, she was wanting, initially she would like to play the role of drunk
Really?
girl.
Yeah. But then an actual actress got the job, and she was great. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll
She did do a
come
good
out of the
job.
limo at the end.
Yeah, she was
loved
kind of
it.
bummed. She was like, I've already come out of the limo. And I was like, I
Twice.
know, but this is like third time's a charm. Like,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
pretty.
This
It's
is
different.
Yeah.
The weight is different.
I had full body chills. I was like crying. It was a whole thing. And the
Yeah.
song is so good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How fun. You have my dream. Like, if I could pick another career path in life, it would be to be like a performer, like singing and dancing on stage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
It's really not.
You have the
Okay.
dancing.
Okay.
And the
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah, Tina
And
Turner didn't
singing.
have her
Yeah.
first #1 hit till she was 54 and then sold out stadiums around the
R.I.P..
world.
I love that.
Dang.
Oh my
It's very
gosh. That's a
inspiring.
good point.
Yeah.
Her
It's
first
never
#1.
too late. I've been trying to get Becca to do a country
No, I don't.
country
She's
career.
like,
I was like, she looks so good with a guitar in her hands.
Could
Can
you
you
play?
imagine?
I can't sing or play.
Yeah, I
Listen,
can't.
tomorrow's a new day.
No, I feel like music's either in you or it's not.
It's in me and how I listen to it, but
Yeah,
it's
you
not
love
in me and how I
Yeah, she loves
perform it.
lyrics.
I love
Yeah.
lyrics.
Country.
You're a
all
lyricist.
lyrics. Yeah,
Yeah, some might
she's
say.
Hi, my name's Becca Tilley, and I'm a lyricist.
I literally will sometimes write out my thoughts, and I'll be like, I wonder if Hayley would want this as a song, and then I'm like, shoot.
Oh, you should. I got excited. You should write a song for
I
her.
feel like she'd roll her eyes. Like I write the cheesiest things. Like I love like cheesy like
Yeah.
lyrics and stuff.
What's your
Gives
favorite
me some ideas.
Taylor Swift song?
I mean,
You've
I
posted
love-
about this like 45,000 times.
my favorite song?
Lavender Haze.
No, I love Out of the
my God.
Woods.
I love Out of the Woods.
Because it reminded me of us because we were in that in between of like not being out for so long that it was very symbolic in that way. And then I love Clean and I love it's depressing, but I love the new one. You're Losing Me.
Oh, I haven't heard it.
It might be
She
her
loves it.
like best song she's done
Wow.
lyrically.
And you've gotten to work with her
Yeah.
You guys are like friends.
I got to perform with her. Yeah.
You were in her music video.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's like work.
What
dope.
music
You
video
need,
were
to,
you in?
you need to calm down.
I just did I shot a bow and arrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that. That must be crazy because you love Taylor Swift.
Love.
And you've obviously got to meet her and stuff.
Yeah.
And she just seems like she's such a lovely human.
We were dating when I performed with Taylor at the Gillette Stadium in, was it 2018?
Yeah, right after. We had been dating for a couple months.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I
we
met her
performed
that night.
Curious together, and Becca came. Yeah.
It was
pretty
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
Wait, you had been dating for 2 months?
Yeah.
At that time?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And she knew I loved Taylor, and she's like, hey, like, do you want to come to Boston? Taylor asked me to come out and perform with her. So I went and had the time of my life, and then I was back in Hayley's green room, and she and her mom were with Taylor and her mom in Taylor's green room. And I was just like going through all my videos, and Hayley's security guard comes to get me, and he's like, hey, Taylor wants to say hi. He's like, who's Taylor who?
Yeah. Tay would like to say hi.
She's really
Yeah.
sweet.
That's awesome.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I love how, like, when I saw her in Nashville, I love concerts, and we had went to Janet Jackson the night before, and I was like, that was insane.
Love Jet.
But I went to Taylor Swift, and I like felt different walking out of there. Like I felt like a changed human walking out of her show.
like
I
Hoffman.
really did. It was awful for me.
Yeah.
I had like
Damn.
childlike experience. My inner child was just thriving. No, I really like felt. I walked out of there and I was like, "What just happened to me?"
That's
I
what
don't know.
music's all about. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And she, just like I love her quirkiness too. Where like on stage she'll just like she did this thing where the crowd was just going absolutely bonkers because she was in her hometown, Nashville, like where she lived for a long time, and she just sat there and went
Just taking it
for
in.
so long, and I was like, I love you. Like she's just so cute.
Yeah, she's I mean, amazing.
I wasn't into it until I was.
Interesting.
I made you a Swiftie.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I respect her as an artist. I think she's incredible. I just didn't know like her catalog of music besides
Yeah.
like her number ones. I didn't dive into it.
And now you've
Have you dipped?
now you're in deep.
Dove?
Oh, I've dove.
Yeah, I was
I've,
trying to
dove
figure
in.
out the
I've dove in.
Dove in, divin.
Yeah.
diving,
Dove.
dovin.
And I'm like, oh,
You're dovin, diving.
This is incredible.
duck,
Yeah.
I was
dodge.
like, oh, she's amazing.
Yeah, she is. Okay, honey, I just love me some shapewear. I'm so cheesy. Well, if you haven't caught my drift, support for today's show comes from Honey Love. So trust me when I tell you that Honey Love should be your go-to for all things shapewear. They have truly revolutionized compression technology, so you no longer have to feel like you're suffocating while wearing effective shapewear. You'll immediately feel and see the difference, and I have an exclusive offer for my listeners. So you can get 20% off your entire order with code VINE at honeylove.com. Now, I really like to feel comfortable and confident in whatever I'm wearing, which is why I love shapewear. And now I'm just glad I have both. I'm comfortable, I'm confident. It's a win-win. Honey Love is just as easy to put on as it is to take off because shapewear shouldn't be hard. You know when you get like, I said suffocated earlier, but I almost get anxiety being stuck in things like that. And their products make you look good and feel good. And when talking about shapewear, Honey Love's best-selling Superpower Short is one of my go-tos. It has targeted compression technology that distinguishes between areas where you want more support and areas you need less compression. Their signature X targets and sculpts your midsection without squeezing your natural curves. It's designed to work with your body, not against it. But doesn't stop there. No, Honey Love is more than just sculpt wear. They have incredibly comfortable bras, tanks, leggings for everyday support. I love and live in my Honey Love bra. So treat yourself to the best shapewear on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com with the code VINE. Use code VINE at honeylove.com. Okay, dads out there. Gotta love them, right? Gotta love my dad. And you got to know what's coming up. Their special day, Father's Day. I don't care if you are a cat dad, a dog dad, a real dad, you want to be a dad, you've lost a dad, any kind of dads that want a dad out there. I know it's soon, but not too late to shop for Father's Day. And this year, he doesn't need a wireless phone charger, a portable speaker, knee braces. Actually, I might need one of those. But what he really needs is a meter. Meter is a sleek, smart meat thermometer that guarantees the perfect cook every single time. So whether he's an amateur chef or the experienced grill master, this is the gift for him.
Okay, Meter gives a countdown for the cook so he can spend time with family, have an old fashioned, watch a movie. No matter what he's up to, he will know exactly when to take the food off the heat and when it's ready to chow down. Super simple, super easy. And you won't have to pretend while chewing on some overcooked meat that everything's great, okay? Everything will be great and just perfect for you. It comes with cloud service so you can still check in on the cook while you're either watching TV or running to the store while you monitor the steaks, lamb chops, prime ribs, chicken, whatever. You can do it all from the app. So this really is the perfect gift and cooking tool for the dad in your life to level up on his grilling game. Shop now on Meter.com to access this special Father's Day 20% off deal. Barbecue season is coming up. Actually, I believe it's here. Get dad grilling with the best meat thermometer out there and get it now at 20% off. So that's Meter.com, MEATER.com for 20% off.
Okay, yeah, you had a TikTok that said when you manifest a long-distance relationship because you like your alone time and now you're dating someone who tours for months at a time. Do you still... Do you love your alone time? Like, so...
No.
Oh, okay, what? So
No.
why did you manifest
Because I'd never been in love before.
Oh,
Literally, I had never...
That's so
I had never been in love before, so like in my mind, I was like, I don't want to. I liked my alone time. I didn't
Sure.
want. Everyone bugged me. So
Yeah.
when I met Hayley, even to this day, I was.
I don't
honestly,
wanna be alone.
I was like probably my worst self this tour.
Really?
Yeah, 5 years in, still just like.
Because you're still...
I think if I was like traveling and I was doing I had stuff going on, but I'm alone a lot. You know, I don't have like a set schedule. My job is not like a traditional job. So I think when she's busy all day and like is surrounded by people 24/7 and then I'm alone, I think I feel it a lot heavier than I would if I was like, you know,
I get
also
that.
busy and like had
Do you
stuff
lean
going on.
into your feelings or do you fight them?
I have recently really learned to lean in.
Good.
But I miss
Yay.
fighting them a little bit. I do miss a
Fight-
little bit
yeah.
of my like unhealthy tendencies because I felt like
I
they
get that.
protected me a little bit. You know, I
Well,
felt
that's what they
vulnerable.
do.
Yeah.
It is hard to lean into feelings and feel them and get... Because it is a protective mechanism.
Yeah. It's like your nervous system is like
Yeah.
trying to protect yourself from fear of getting hurt or whatever it is.
But vulnerability is everything.
It's
Is it?
every...
Being vulnerable, yeah.
Oh, I
mean, I
love
think
it.
it's the only way to build actual connection with anybody.
Yes.
Is to be vulnerable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, I think
You're
it's
doing
this,
a really good job.
yeah,
You
5
probably
years
feel
in.
safe
Yeah.
enough,
Vulnerable
you know,
queen.
to be
Yeah.
vulnerable
I
now.
think I'm most vulnerable with Hayley for sure.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's your
as
safe
it, as it
place.
should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Your
you good
soft
at being
place to fall.
vulnerable?
I'm a walking ball of vulnerability.
Yeah.
I
Artist.
love
Yeah.
it.
Of course, lesbian Jesus.
That is
vulnerable.
Yeah,
that is what makes good artists.
I
though.
could cry
Yeah.
anytime, any moment, any place.
Me too.
I just feel like anytime I do the meet and greets, or if I or any like just life, but meet and greets, like when if someone says like I love your hair, like I start crying, or like if they're like you know like if they say anything remotely nice, I start crying. But also just in like everyday life, I'm just
Aw.
I don't know. I love emotion. I love
That's beautiful.
communication.
Yeah.
So that's just been a part of my life. I
So
guess.
she's helped you with stillness, and you've helped with
Yeah.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
And that
curious,
is awesome.
Did you grow up in a house that was very open with feelings and emotions?
That's what's interesting. So I grew up in a house where emotions, I didn't really have space to express my emotions. So my mom's like basically like my coach. So she's like really like intense, and I get my drive from her. And my dad's like the goofy guy, but I never felt safe expressing my emotions. I never felt safe expressing my sexuality. I never felt safe to just have a conversation about how I was feeling. So it was interesting because I grew up in that household, but yet I feel and cry a lot. And
When did that switch for you, and how?
Probably once I was fully out, I would say. I mean, as a queer person, you come out like 45,000 times, but like on the final one, which again ended up being like my public coming out in 2015, I was in my 20s. I think that was a big switch for me. But I think also it was just like accepting myself and loving myself.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to express myself, and I have always expressed myself, but I've done it through music.
Of course.
So that's the thing. Is like I didn't have
That's your
I
medium.
didn't have that space, but I had that space through music. I wrote music since I was like 6, and so I've had that communication skills through music.
Interesting.
that's
And
beautiful.
also you connect so much with your fans through your vulnerability in music too. Like when you read the back of your book, I was like, like that was really like I could tell that
I'll start
meant
crying now.
No,
it's so beautiful.
hearing what her I don't want to cry either. Hearing what her
You can.
fans say about her is like I know the impact she has on people, but every time I go to like a meet and greet or people come up and tell me or message me, it's like it's a never ending thing that I get to experience with how much Hayley has helped people.
Oh yeah.
Just to feel safe and like the space she has created for like a whole community of people trying to find out who they are or, you know.
no, I'm gonna
I told you I cry. I told you I cry.
I'm upset. That is so nice. Like you do make an impact, and you do too, without even knowing you do. You are a light, Becca Tilley.
Yeah.
You are.
You sure are.
Even just
Yeah.
like through Instagram story, like you are a light.
Thank you.
One of the
the-
only people I haven't muted. Becca. I love her stories.
That's
It's great. I'm like, I'll take all the Becca content. It's great.
That book must have changed so many people's lives. Like for you to, I feel like you did it for your fans,
Yeah.
and for you, of course.
thank you.
But like,
Yeah, it's been a really so Girls Like Girls was a song and then a music video, and then that music video was my coming out, and that was 8 years ago. So I've been working on expanding the story for 8 years.
Wow.
And what was fascinating about writing this novel is I created these fictional characters in this music video, and then those characters became a vehicle of telling my story of when I fell in love with my best friend in high school. And so these protagonists, what they go through is what I went through, but they're in a different setting. And so it was a way for me to tell my story and navigating my self-worth and my self-love. And so the acknowledgments and why I get emotional thinking about it is that, like, I didn't have that community growing up. And so even though, like, my fans are like, oh, you did this and that for me, it's like, no, but you guys really created a space for me to feel accepted to chase my dreams as an artist. And they created that space and allowed me to really just be my authentic self. And so I get very emotional about it because it's created a purpose for me.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so cathartic.
And the book is a YA romance, and so it's like it's really for anyone who's fallen in love or have gotten their heart broken or able. You know, it's set in 2006, which is 2006 is when I fell in love with. Fell in love in quotations, obviously.
yes.
And when I was like 16, 17 years old, and so it's been really beautiful to get to share. I mean, it's only been out for 5 days.
Oh, it's fresh.
Yeah, it came out last week. I found out about New York Times bestseller tomorrow, so fingers fucking crossed. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know what's happening. But yeah, so it's just new, and it's just so wonderful because so many people have watched that music video over and over again as a safe space, and now I did this book specifically so they would have a tangible item to carry with them, to hide in their bed, to put in their backpack, to put on their shelf. So anytime they're not feeling safe or they don't live under a roof that, you know, provides safety or comfort, they can go into this book and escape.
Yeah.
You guys are
Just
beautiful
releasing a
souls.
safe space into the world right in time for Pride Month.
Oh,
Incredible.
wow.
Thank you.
I'm like, how do we get you New York's best?
I know.
Go ahead and buy the freaking book.
I can never
Buy
say
it.
that.
New York Times bestseller.
I can never say New York Times.
New York Times
knows.
bestseller.
It's so weird. I always go New York best time sellers, and she's like, "How can you not say that? That's so weird. How do we do it?"
Well, it had to have been done. I think Sunday was the last thing. But please go support and buy the book.
Yeah, no
and
matter
also,
what.
on top of that, I had to record an audiobook.
I was going to
for
say,
it.
yeah, you did the audio.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
ask
gosh,
that
yes,
too.
my first and my last. It was so exhausting. Talking, it was so exhausting. Oh, thank you so much. It's 9 hours of my voice. So if you don't like reading,
You have a nice voice, though. Obviously,
oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, beautiful speaking.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Singing
wow,
and
you guys,
speaking, yeah.
listening to your own voice is actually really like very vulnerable and scary.
Well, and when you do an audiobook, you have to say words so specifically.
Well, and I grew up with an R impediment. So, like, I realized as I was reading the book, I was like, I put so many R words in this book. I am going to kill myself. It was like withering, wrathing world of the and I was like, I literally, it almost broke me. I'm not even kidding you. The audiobook almost broke me. So please listen to it for the love of God.
I'm going to.
I'm excited for this listen.
There's music. It's like a whole
It's very cinematic. Like the
awesome.
audiobook is cinematic. It's so good.
I did want to ask this about community because I'm sure you were afraid of what the community would say, accepting, and everyone was so obviously incredible. But have you noticed that your audience has changed at all?
As far as having a new audience?
Do you feel, and same with you, like I bet so many people's eyes were opened who literally had one way of thinking that followed you that maybe changed, their way of thinking and their perspective to give you a new audience too.
Yeah, I've had a lot of messages where it's people that are like, it totally shifted my perspective on how I view things. And even the people who maybe message me and they're like, I just don't get it. I get it because I used to have that mentality. Right. So I've never been like, oh, like, how dare you? It's just kind of like, okay, you don't have to get it for it to be real or for it to be true. And for you to be kind and empathetic towards people. Like, it doesn't, to not understand something doesn't mean you automatically have to use hate or cruelty, you know? But then I always thought, like, regardless, I got to a point where I was finally like, regardless of what, like, my following or where I come from and that community thinks, I knew that the community that she was a part of was going to welcome me with open arms. Yeah. So I was like, maybe I'll lose some people, but I'm also going to gain some people, you know, that
the right kind of support.
Me. Yeah. So
I think it's just all connected to the fact that, like, representation and, like, normalizing relationships that, for people who are just not exposed to it and maybe have grown up and thinking one way.
Right.
And so I think that that's, like, just our job and our work as humans is normalizing queer people and their experiences.
Yeah.
So, with Becca coming out and sharing our love, it can look like this.
Yeah.
It can also look many other ways.
Right.
And so we're also really good people. So it's not like we're going to, like, ruin your life and, like, take away all of your rights and, like, attack.
Yeah.
So I think it's just for people who grew up in, the South and other areas that aren't used to it, just like, hey, we're humans.
People that listen to my podcast are just like, oh, I didn't realize he's gay. I'm like, really?
He's like, well, you like me, so you like gay people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Welcome.
congrats.
You like gay people. Yeah. I gay people on all the
See?
time.
Was
No
it
one's
that
judging
bad?
you.
Yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
We'll do a really quick photo before you have to go out.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
Sorry,
so
I have to
much.
go. Do I have to do, like, a wrap-up thing, or do I just disappear from the podcast?
Oh, no, we'll just say Hayley has an appointment.
Yeah.
And she's got to go.
I have
She's
an
leaving
appointment,
us.
but I love you all so much. Have a great time
And
talking
go
about
buy her
me.
book.
Yeah, we'll talk
When I leave.
about you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
about
we can
this
see
one?
what she
Yeah,
would
you
say
can-
about you
yeah.
when you leave the room.
Love you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for coming on. You're amazing.
Becca, do you do all of your podcasting with Tanya at her studio? Or did she have in her home? Did she?
We did that during COVID, but now we're at iHeart.
Oh, you're-
at the iHeart studio.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah.
I've been very excited. You got to interview Joe twice.
Yeah. Well, so she was on
I call
in
her Joe, like that's her name.
maybe 2019, and I had a commercial, like a national commercial with L'Oreal, and so I was like, I couldn't just be
Cool.
like, yeah, it was amazing, but I was like, can we reschedule her?
Yeah.
I was like devastated because
Yeah.
that was in like the peak of my like obsession.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So did you get to do it that time?
I got to do it this most recent time.
Oh,
I was
okay.
there.
And also Owen. Who
Yeah.
I didn't like on the show, but I liked him on your podcast.
He was great. We loved him. He changed our whole perspective, and Tanya was basically like, I hate Owen.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay.
She said that to him?
Yes. Because like we literally shit talk him so much that like
Same.
we couldn't have him come on and be like, we love
Yeah.
Owen. So like Tanya was like, I'm just gonna tell him.
I guess that does help because it's a character. You know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he was so lovely that like I still don't like his character, but it shifted something in me a little bit.
Well, I'm saying he's an amazing actor. If you
Oh,
hate the
he's
character,
amazing.
you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my God, he's killing it.
Right.
He really is amazing. But when I saw him on your podcast and I was like, oh, I actually love his vibe.
Yeah, he was so
I
chill.
thought it was going to be a real piece of shit.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like Owen-y. I thought he was going to be all Owen-y and stuff, and he wasn't.
No, he wasn't Owen-y. He was awesome.
And also, who would be your dream guest to have? Obviously, besides Meredith Grey or Derek Shepherd.
I saw him in Nobu and took like a creepy video.
Oh, amazing.
But that's the extent of like my being in the same room with him.
Who would be your dream guest? Obviously, those two. But
Jesse Williams, Jackson Avery.
duh. Oh my God, Jackson Avery. I'm rewatching again, and
wow.
I'm on season 6 where he comes in. Season 6 is great.
I weirdly have been watching old episodes in there for
Really?
season 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, season 6 is my favorite.
That's the strongest season.
It's a good season.
Season like 1 and 2, and then 6, and then it kind of got weird. When is the musical episode? I can't. Is that season 6?
I think that might be
I think
coming
it
up
is,
for
too.
you.
Yeah.
Maybe season 7. I don't know.
They try and pull off a musical episode. Have you watched Grace?
I hate
I'm
to
okay
say,
if you don't.
Okay, yeah. No.
He judges me so hard for not watching Sex in the City, but I'm okay with you not watching Grace.
I also get judged because I'm adding this to the I don't watch Friends list. I know. Fuck.
I really can't believe we're friends because of that.
That's pretty. That's tough.
That's a tough one.
Friends is like so universal. Grace is like kind of dark and like medically, so you're
Yeah,
kind
people
of
like if you don't like blood and needles and guts, like you probably shouldn't watch it.
So Katherine Heigl and Ellen Pompeo just did the Variety actor on actor interview. You know where they interview each other?
I do love Katherine Heigl.
I saw clips, and Ellen Pompeo was saying how she fought so hard not to do the scene where she says, "Pick me, choose me, love me."
really?
She was like, I just didn't think it would translate. I fought.
It's like the
to
most
not do
iconic
it.
line.
And she goes, it ends up being like one of the most like iconic scenes in the series. And I was like, that is so fascinating. I want to watch
gotta watch
the
that
whole
interview.
Yeah, I know.
Is it with Hollywood Reporter, like inside
the Variety?
Oh,
Yeah.
I like
that's
what
good.
the Kardashians always make me laugh when they do those ones. When you guys started the podcast, obviously it was about Grays, but now you've like been able to.
Well, it wasn't. It like started off like recapping Grey's episodes, but it was more when I started. It was just me, and I was doing it because it was like you, Ashley, and Ben were kind of in the Bachelor podcast world, and I was like, how do I follow? Like, how do I join the Bachelor podcast world with those people? Like, they are
Heavy
covering it
hitters.
all. Yeah, literally. So I was like, how do I do it? Like, what do I even talk about? And Amy Sugarman, who's the producer, she was like, what if you just talked about your favorite shows that you're watching and kind of did recaps, which I think the first 4 episodes I'm interviewing people and kind of doing that. And then we had Tanya on. Well, my sisters were on the podcast.
Cute.
And I thought it was going to be so funny because they're so funny. And as soon as they got in front of the microphone, they like froze.
That's my mom did that too. Yeah.
But they weren't. So both my younger sisters are gay, and both of them were not out yet. So I was like, and I didn't know that they were gay. So I was like, so what do you look for in like boys? And they were just like, totally shut down. So like now it's like kind of funny.
Have they been on since?
No, they're like, never again.
Really?
Yeah, because they were like, we got so nervous. So that was when Tanya filled in because she was still in the studio. And so that's how it became.
I didn't
that
know that.
episode is like how
That's cool.
it became both of us.
Did you know instantaneously? Because I love Tanya. I've known her for years.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
her
the
energy's
best.
incredible.
She's great. And so, did you know pretty right away, like, okay, this is a thing. We should make this happen?
I looked at Amy in the room and I was like,
Yeah.
this is it.
Yeah. I want to marry somebody. It's like on my bucket list.
I'm shocked you haven't. I feel like that's going to be completed for you.
Really?
On your bucket list.
I
yeah.
promise you, well, I'd want you to be my maid of honor, but you could marry me. My first marriage. My first one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. The
second one is for real love.
Okay, you do the second one then.
Okay. This is also, I don't mean to like.
Becca's like, what just happened?
Oh, he always talks about his second
Planning-
marriage.
Oh, because I'm
Planning
just like, I
multiple.
think I'll have a couple marriages under
Yeah,
my belt.
yeah.
Just going on my family
Just
history.
wait till you fall in love.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, no, I know. If I have this love that they have, that's
know.
very different. Very different vibe.
Do you guys ever talk about getting married?
Like we talk about it, but we're kind of on the same page. But I don't feel
Like draw to.
I was never one of those people that
Yeah,
like
either.
dreamed of my wedding or like what dress will I wear? Like so
Yeah,
when my
either.
friends talk about it, I'm like, I don't relate to it. Like when we were downtown LA and we were like at this jewelry shop and there were all these rings and I was like, I don't even know how do people even
I
begin?
Would you like some advice? I've been engaged twice. I can help you with this process.
Yeah, you have a rock.
Yes. But now I like almost want to take the ring off because my nails are so bad that I don't want people looking at my hands. Just trying to let the nails breathe.
Yeah, it's good. It's healthy.
Is it?
I think you could put maybe like a polish on them and help Give him a chance.
It's really bad.
Give him a chance.
Like, what's happening with that?
Did you rip it off? What?
Oh, yeah.
Is this anxiety?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole... so I usually have nails on, like, a false nail, either a press-on or, like, a dip with a tip. And so then I don't bite them.
Yeah.
But then once they, like, either grow out or I rip off my press-ons, I just freaking go to town on them. I pick, I bite, I think that's why I have such a good immune system, though, because I'm just, like, eating poop
I
and
can't.
dirt.
I used to bite my nails all the time. And, like, when I think about what was going into my mouth, I get so freaked out because it was such a habit for so long that I was like...
How did you break it? Did you
Yeah,
put
how
that stuff
did
on
you-
your
I
fingers?
just always have my nails done.
Yeah, that's...
With, like, gel
okay.
or, like, I always have them done. So it just helped, like, you know, I'd go to bite and be
Curb
like,
your
ow.
appetite.
Literally so sick. I'm like...
Ew, like, what's even under there right now? There's some dark...
I know
Yeah.
you've been talking about having some anxiety on Instagram and stuff.
Oh, it's bad.
Is it new?
No.
I mean, is it something that's... Is it just, like, do you live with that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I never know. People message me and be like, "It's because you drink so much," and I'm like, "It's not.
Mm-hmm.
I did like 2 weeks not long ago of not drinking. Still had it.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely not. And it'll come out of nowhere. I'll have like intrusive thoughts in the middle of the night and start being like, "Oh," and I'll like start going so dark about like my dog's dying and like people in my life, and I'll just go spiral, and then my whole body turns into like a heat register. Like I just start sweating. It's bad, and I never know when it's going to hit.
So, is it like, you know how we talked about how post-period, what's it called? PPD? No. PPD?
PMDD.
Yeah.
I have that so bad.
I know we talked about
Yeah.
it. Is it around that time? Like,
Yes.
okay.
That it's more
okay.
so around that time. So it's kind of predictable with that because it really shows up in the week before my period. Like I'm way more stressed out. I'm way more emotional. My anxiety, depression, it's all just like the perfect storm. And then other times it's like, yeah, I'm on medication though, and that's really helped.
Mm-hmm.
So I take something every day, and that has definitely made it not so dark for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's, you know what, I do think it's the mostly PMS.
Well, it's like
PMDD.
every month I go through, I start getting really emotional and mad, and like I'm like, everyone hates me, and like I hate everything.
Yeah.
And then I start my period. But this happens every month. It's like, I should know that when that feeling comes, that it's like, oh, what's the day? Okay, I know what that is.
Did you see? I still was like, well, and then I'm like, wait, yes, that is what it is. It's, I call it clockwork. It really is every single month. There's 5 specific days where I am not well.
Yeah.
And other times it's just like, I'm the person that goes like, I'm not doing enough. Like, I'm so busy, and I'm like, well, I haven't been on TV in a minute, and I was hosting, I was on a roll, and now I'm not doing enough.
Oh, God, the intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't have that. But, like,
You're
I
very
wish
lucky.
I did. I think just a little bit, because I think I'd be a little more motivated.
Yeah, but then nothing's ever enough for me. Like, then I could maybe, let's say, hypothetically, all of a sudden I get offered this TV show, and I have my own TV. I would still find something else to be like, well, I'm not doing enough here. It's a curse.
Yeah, a blessing and a curse.
A blessing and a
You're
curse.
driven as hell, but also like to your own detriment.
But
at
it's
times.
funny too because I am really good at being still and sitting on the couch for 3 days. So I'm like,
I think that's your body's way of shutting it down.
Yeah, it's like, if you're not going to do it for me, I'm going to make you.
So somebody posted, people always ask me, how do you find balance between work and family? And he said, if I'm answering this question quickly, I'll simply say I integrate music into everything I do with my family, and I integrate family into everything I do with music. First, I don't necessarily believe in balance. A mentor of mine once told me that balance means you must take away from one side to give to another side, and that can be exhausting. So instead, I try to achieve symmetry. And I loved that thought. So he said, this means both aspects of my life can mirror each other and forge ahead in a positive way without having my music and career take anything away from my family life or have my family life take anything away from my career. And I loved that because I always try and think about balance and and I'm like, I don't have it. And I'm like, but balance depends on who you are as a human, what balance means to you. It could mean something different to everybody, but really nobody really has the perfect balance.
No.
You know?
No, and I think that our bodies are so intelligent that if your body is at a state where it's like, I need you to stop, you're going to get sick.
Yeah.
Like, our bodies are intelligent enough to, like, make us slow down, which
Yeah.
I think is really cool that we're, like, created that way.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now.
I'm feeling so happy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting anxiety thinking about getting on a plane right now. And like,
No,
but then I
it's
get to
fine,
go
it's fine.
crawl into bed with my dog.
Yes, yes.
I'm obsessed with them.
I'm Caitlin Bristowe. Your session is now ending. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind a rating and review.